You know, I recently turned 30-something, and I'm beginning to suspect that this whole Santa thing might be a little bit embellished. With modern globalized shipping, I can totally buy that Klaus gets his presents to every Gentile house, and considering the whole of humanity seems to be obsessed with putting every intimate detail of their lives on full display with social media, I can even buy that Santa Inc. hosts a panopticon that makes even the dweebs at the NSA want to be reassigned to NSA-NP. No, what I really struggle with is Kris Kringle's compute strategy. Like, how the hell does he make a determination on whether every single person in the world is naughty or nice? So today, we're going to help the fat man out. During the dev day that caused the board of OpenAI to try to steal Christmas, Sam Altman & co. revealed custom GPTs, as well as an improved assistance API. Let's use that to automate the determination of the value of human life for old St. Nick. But first, let's talk about the difference between the two, since every client I talk to confuses agents, assistants, and custom GPTs. Custom GPTs are one-shot customized ChatGPT instances that you build through the ChatGPT UI. They support file uploads, URL retrieval, as well as DALL-E integration and public sharing. In this real-life example, I created a cybersecurity-themed custom GPT that takes a URL to any CVE and tries its best to create a detection rule for it. The cool thing about it using the ChatGPT UI is that it's simple to have a conversation with the thing about the detection it generates. This provides a really convenient way to maximize my output while minimizing my effort so I can focus on other more important things, like spamming Tinder with fake profiles to upend society's sexual norms in order to achieve my own evolutionary goals. Assistants, on the other hand, are API only if you don't count the playground. They're meant for integration into toolchains and customer-facing software. As of this video upload, they do not support URL retrieval or DALL-E integration, but they do handle the RAG pipeline completely seamlessly behind the scenes. Oh, I should probably explain that. Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, is the art of data engineering for context windows. It involves storing data, usually in vector databases, and only bringing what's relevant to an LLM for generation, thereby sidestepping the whole going insane from too much data thing. OpenAI assistants handle chunking, embedding, and storage automatically and charge 20 cents per gigabyte per assistant per day for the service. Ultimately, this means that you can upload a corpus to an assistant at dev time and it'll be used to produce output until you delete it or update it. But none of that matters here. We don't need no fancy ETL data. For our North Pole product that I'm going to call Santos L. Halper, we have the following requirements. 1. Read in the bio of any person, and for this I'm using the US government's definition of US person, which includes corporations. 2. Separate the actions of that person into two lists, naughty and nice. And 3. Use the two lists to make a determination of niceness and the receipt of presents. Looking over those requirements, I think we're going to go with assistants to form the backbone of Santos. We'll start by creating a notebook that's able to read in the contents of any Wikipedia page we feed it using the Python Wikipedia module. A quick pip install and bam, we have the bio of both Franz Ferdinand and Franz Ferdinand. Now let's move on to making the assistants. We'll need two assistants here, one for the naughty or nice list making, and one for the final determination. We'll go ahead and name the one that makes naughty or nice lists
Sin Summarizer,
and tell the bot exactly what it's responsible for and how to go about making output using the function calling feature. Next, we'll create the Hand of Fate and give it its instructions. With that done, it's just a quick wiring job to get it all hooked up in our notebook. And there we go. We've automated that old jolly elf right out of a job. I'll go ahead and accept that Coke ad deal now. So for this demo, it's important to understand that we're actually using function calling wrong in this case. The correct way to do it is when you get a status of requires action, you're supposed to actually do something on your end and then report those results to the LLM for further evaluation. We're just kind of ending it here and letting the thread expire. Technically, on OpenAI's end, they're keeping that thread alive, and if they were smaller, millions of open threads like that could be an issue. But this is the future, and in the future, resources are infinite. Or at least they are when they're other people's resources, and you don't care. That's it for this video. I'll be uploading the code to GitHub and putting all the links in the description. Thanks for the feedback from the last video, by the way. I was really surprised anyone stuck through it at all. It was kind of a fever dream, as I said like 40 times in that video. The website video is actually still coming down. It's actually a little bit more involved than I thought. I'm adding a bunch of new features, plus I want to add a section for the YouTube videos where I can have like a little bit more in-depth technical discussion and stuff there. But anyway, this might be the last one for the year. I might push the website video till January. So from my little lonely recording nook to your home filled with family and friends, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.